timeline. And then you're going to see in the menu item here, it's going to say separate video and audio. And then we're just going to click that. And then you're going to be able to see the audio, and you'll notice the audio because you can see the peaks and valleys and where the talking is happening, and then the video. And that's all we really need to do in order to turn our video into audio. Because when in Camtasia, all we need to do then is just delete the video track, right? And then we can just pull this down to the available track. All we need to do then is just save this this file now. And in Camtasia, what we call the saving process is rendering. And again, I know this is probably something that you know already. However, we do want to just go over this. And then we're just going to render this, this file. In Camtasia, we're just going to click Produce and Share. Actually, what we can do is we can just click Share to My Places. That's going to share it to our hard drive. And then when you do that, Camtasia is going to give you one option. Right, and the one option Camtasia is going to give you is MP3. Does everybody see that? Okay, so if you see that, please put the number 1 in the question box. And again, this is all pretty simple. I know this is probably something that you know already, but we're just going to go through this. And then we just click the next button. Right, now I'm going to start the process, and I'm just going to click next. We're not going to complete it. Just so that you'll know, the rendering process is going to produce an MP3 audio. Right? So basically, I'll just click next. It's going to ask me if I want to change this. Now, typically, what you can do is you can increase the quality of your audio. You can make this, you can run this up to 192 bits. Now, again, when you do this, you want to make sure that your computer's got the capacity to do that. Camtasia will allow you to add in some things to the file. So, for example, if you want to label or tag your file with a title, a subject, a category, you want to make sure your file is going to have all of these things in it. You can do that, especially if you're going to sell it. Then that's something that you want to do. And then we're just going to click next. And then we're going to give this a title. And again, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go through this process because we're on a webinar. I don't want to run up the memory, but the rendering process really starts right here. Now, one of the things that Camtasia will ask you if you want to do is whether or not you want to organize or produce files into subfolders, right? And we're not going to do that, right? So we're just going to produce the file, and we're just going to give it a name, test file. And it's going to produce an MP3, and you'll see that down here. It's going to say test file, MP3. Okay, are there any questions? Any questions about anything that we did so far? Again, very simple things that you've probably done already, depending on what your editing program is, and that's probably the simplest thing that you can do with video. Just turn it into audio. Okay, so now, we're now going to turn our audio into text. Right? So we're going to turn audio into text. So let's say that what you did was you produced an audio. Let's say you went through this process and you produced an audio. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to clear